do it.
I can get very emotional about this one. As I look back over my career and the career of these guys behind me, and Shannon, and what part he played in those things in my career too. You know, I stand up here at night and I think, gee, will I ever have another Shannon Sharpe? Shannon, you were a leader. You're a great guy. You're a great player. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm on the Hall of Fame committee, but I don't get a vote. But believe me, I'm out there campaigning for it because nobody deserves it more than you do. You were the real deal. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you did for the Denver Broncos, my family, and myself. Thanks very much, and you come up here and take the podium.
Wow. Mr. Bolin, I think when you gave me that call in April, and I was quiet on the phone, and you said, this doesn't sound like the Shannon I know, because I was speechless. Even in my wildest imaginations, as a little boy in Glenville, Georgia, going to Savannah State, that I imagined my career would turn out like it has. I mean, yeah, I wanted to play in the National Football League, and I set not very lofty goals. I said, if I can play for 2 years, maybe one day I could tell my kids, my grandkids, that your dad, your grandfather had an opportunity to play in the National Football League, and his quarterback was John Elway, and he's in the Hall of Fame. And then once I made it past 2 years, I said, okay, 5 years. And then once I made it past 5, I saw goals of 10 years. And then once you get to 10, you kind of take it 1 year at a time. I think if you're a professional athlete, I think everybody seeks validation. The validation for me was going to the Pro Bowls. That told me that the fans, my peers, the coaches, they thought the job I did in that particular season was worthy of me going to Hawaii and being a Pro Bowler. You play football, the ultimate validation is winning a Super Bowl. I myself, I never played for money. My chief goal was to win a Super Bowl. I was very fortunate to win back-to-back Super Bowls here with the Broncos, win one in Baltimore. But as I got closer to the end of my career, I've always told myself, I said, I don't want to be in a situation where I need validation at the end, because if for some reason I don't get it, I don't ever want to think to myself, was I that good or was I not? Mr. Bolin, I think the greatest bestowment that a team can do for a player is not paying him millions and millions of dollars, although that would have been nice. But to have his name up in the stadium in the retired jersey, 1 out of 2, man, I mean, what do you say? I mean, my mom, I can assure you my mom did not envision this for a little boy coming from Chicago and moving down with my grandparents in rural South Georgia. If you notice my table, I have very, 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 very small circle, very small. And it's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. I look around and I see probably my best friends, two of my best friends, Daryl McCormick, Keith Burns. I look at a guy like Rod Smith that I helped raise. He broke my record. I'm disappointed in that, but he's still the second best receiver in Bronco history. I got this to prove it. Look at guys like Terrell Davis that I played with and what we're able to accomplish with the Broncos. The way the organization has treated myself, my family, the way that when I come back here and the fans embrace me, it's an unbelievable feeling. It's nothing like it. There's no amount of money that could have made me any happier than playing my 12 years with the Denver Broncos. Mr. Bolin, if I had 1,000 words, if I had 1,000 tongues, I couldn't say how happy, how proud I am of this moment right now. This is unbelievable. I mean, never, never, ever, ever. And then I turn to my right and I see Jim Keller, Jimbo. I got two Jimbos, one right here in front of me. It took care of everything when I was in Atlanta, still does. Jim Keller, who taped my ankles for 12 years. Steve Antonopoulos, who everybody knows him as Greek, who I still call from time to time. Guys, this is an unbelievable feeling, man. This is surreal. Mr. Bolin, I hadn't played for very many owners. I only played for two, you and Mr. Modell. But it's just special. It's just so special to be here today and stand before you and says how humble, how gratifying this moment is. Man, what do you say to an owner that's given you so much, that's given you a life that you never would have enjoyed? I was able to take care of my mom, my grandmother. Obviously, my sister and my grandma's not here. My grandmother is in a nursing facility now. My sister's back taking care of her. My brother has a game to call, or else he would have been here. You know, some things, money can buy a lot of things. Money can't buy this. Money can't buy what I feel when I'm around you guys, because you've given me so much. You've given me things that, like I said, when I laid in my bed in Savannah State and dreamed of what my career would be like in the National Football League, none of this, they don't write. Steven Spielberg couldn't write a script like this. Mr. Bolin, and in closing, this is, wow. One more thing, and Billy Thompson, I just want you to know, if you had played against me, it'd be 21 members, because you wouldn't have made it. Me and Billy, in my 12 years, when he had an office right across from the tight end room, I would go over there every day and re-razz, and he'd have fun with each other. And that's what it was about. I mean, I look around and I see some of the guys that I played with, David Treadwell, Carl Mecklenburg. When Dan Reed first moved me to tight end, if you notice, in that video clip, there was no blocking. That wasn't by accident. When Dan first moved me to tight end, all the linebackers, they would count. Nobody wanted to go against Clarence Kay. Nobody wanted to go against Orson Mobley. So I was about third or fourth. We had 4 tight ends. So I see Mecklenburg and Fletch, they count. Okay, CK, Orson, Shannon. Everybody stepped up to try to get me because they know I was struggling blocking. But Meck, I made it. Somehow I made it. I found a way to get the job done. God, this is an unbelievable feeling. I'm so proud to be a Bronco, and this is one of the best moments of my life. And Mr. Bolin, I won't ever forget it. I promise you, I won't ever forget what you've done for me and my family. Thank you very much.